All right, 4 o'clock. We'll get to the callers. Interesting update on the Lions. It's just never simple. So yesterday, Amon-Ra St. Brown taken out of the game by the sky judge, if you will. He got crushed on a hit, looked woozy. 5 to 10 minutes later, they show Amon-Ra, no helmet, out, concussion. Okay, simple. Bad break for the team. And that's that. Right? Wrong. David?
The team announced, or Campbell announced today, that St. Brown actually did not suffer a concussion. He goes on to say that he was removed because of the new league rule. The spotter, and I guess they have to exhibit ataxia, is what they call the medical term, which is poor muscle control that causes clumsy movement. Those players are automatically taken out of the game, and that's what happened with St. Brown.
All right, but hold on. Here's my problem with this. The TV network doesn't make up the injury. It is reported to the TV network from the sidelines. This player is out, concussion. Now, there are times, like look at Saturday night. You never got a report what was wrong with Adrian Martinez, Kansas State starting quarterback. Mm-hmm. Of course, because I bet Kansas State. The point is, the sideline did not disclose it.
Right.
So in the NFL, when they go into the protocol, you are dealing directly with them. Mm-hmm. So how did the words out concussion ever make it to TV if he didn't have one?
You want to say this, David? Here's my theory on that, Mike. They have to show we are responsible. We're looking out for our players, and we think it's a concussion. So now you put that out there. This is why he's not going back in. There was no way he was going back in because of what happened with Tua. They're going to go 180 degrees the other way.
All right, so then, but time out. It didn't say out evaluation. It said out concussion.
Because the spotter saw something.
Right. I think the Lions incorrectly reported what it was. They should have just left it at concussion protocol.
And David, I think that
never said concussion.
Remember, they went back and they started firing spotters like you guys aren't doing your jobs.
Well, look, Amon-Ra looked like he wasn't all there.
Right.
He took a big hit. Now, I don't know if he had one or not, but you put him through protocol, and that's it. But when it says out concussion, I'm just trying to understand how a day later, and I don't know if the team's right or wrong, and I'm not accusing them of anything because it's out of their hands. How did America see out with a concussion?
Because he looked woozy, and you know what? He took a hit. It's a concussion. Now, the next day, you go back and it wasn't, but if you're the NFL, you must err on the side of caution. You cannot. You couldn't put him back in that game because it looks like you never learned your lesson from the Tua situation.
No, you're right, and you're right, Mike. I'm not accusing the team of anything, but this is the first time I've seen a team actually come back and say, well, they didn't have one. They just left the player in concussion protocol. I've never seen a team
say that. Okay, and that's my confusion.
Yeah.
Understand, guys, we're all going through this live together. I don't know what's right and wrong. I think we have a decent handle of the protocol and how it works because it takes it away from the team. I understand why he was taken from the game. What I'm saying is when you go through the battery of tests, plenty of players come back into the game. For you to be ruled out and for someone to take your helmet from you, you have a concussion.
Right. But when the spotter,
now a day later, no, he doesn't.
No. But when the spotter sees you and you look woozy, yeah, the mandate has come down, guys. If you see a player wobble or look, he's out,
and he did.
Right. So out concussion. We'll deal with it the next day. There is no way in the world you let a person go back out on the field. We are not going to live this again. What happened with Tua and the Dolphins,
or just say head injury.
No, David, because if you say concussion, that's the buzzword now. So that means you're doing what you're supposed to do. A head injury? Well, is it a concussion? Well, we can't really say.
The reality
now
is,
it looks like you're hiding something.
The reality is we should just start calling it what it is. It's a brain injury.
Correct.
Nobody's comfortable saying that, but it's a brain injury. That's what a
Correct.
concussion is.
Correct.
It's a brain injury.
But if you say, well, brain injury, it's a concussion. That way, we've done everything. We're going to go ahead and take him out the game, and the Lions can reevaluate them with hit their team doctor.
Okay, so he's
the next day.
reevaluated. There is no protocol, and I don't have to hear about this now. Amon-Ra's
no.
playing Sunday.
Well, Campbell believes he will play, but he does still remain in concussion protocol.
So, yeah, it depends on if he suffers headaches throughout the
Got it.
week.
Okay, then.
Yeah, being evaluated. We'll see. But Campbell expects him to play.
Okay. Well, they need him. All hands on deck if they want to try. They just have to win for the sake of winning. They're in the same spot that MSU was in against Wisconsin. It's not that the season's going anywhere. You have to stem the tide. You got to, patch the levee, so to speak. You got to win a game here and there.
Really? Because, see, I look at it more so this Miami game is MSU going up against Michigan. Like this past Sunday, that was your Wisconsin game. Going out to Dallas, you beat the Cowboys off of a bye week. You win that game, your season can continue because now you're 2-4, and okay, all's not lost. Now, all right, good luck. Hopefully you win. Don't expect you to.
Anson, 97.1. What's up, Anson?
Man, that Spartan looked real good out in Seattle, didn't he?
Dude,
Yeah.
I miss K9 so much. I miss K9 more than my grandparents. Can he come back for one
Corn
game?
and Corn and BLEW knows for sure that he is the guy. We can put that debate to rest. But talking about the Lions, we don't see people leave abusive relationships, do we?
I mean,
it's kind of like that brain injury. It's uncomfortable, but no.
So now, now we're talking about messing with man soaps because that's what football is. It's our soaps and our stories.
Oh, soap operas. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So that we're watching our stories, man, and that's what we like. So a previous guy on your, I think your ticket thread, he was talking about going to Seattle and loving it. It's because he didn't care. We're at the point now where it's been spoon-fed to us for so long that we don't care. We just want to watch our football. It's our custom. You may not want to watch it, but somebody in the room does, and so you're going to turn it on because of it. They're going to watch it. Now, the one consistent thing that we've had is just failure. So what's the difference? At least we got a leading man that's worth watching right now. We knew the cupboards were bare. I think that they've set themselves up for next year. I don't think that the patience thing is crazy because the one great predictor for failure in the NFL is change. Now, at least it's worth watching football. I think obviously HBO helped out with that. But this guy has to got next year. If he doesn't do it next year, he's got to go.
Okay, but answer my question. Anson, if you are lucky enough, let's say you get the number one pick and you take Bryce Young.
No.
How does that play out? How is Dan Campbell surviving a rookie quarterback?
He can't. And you don't do that. And I don't think that Brad Holmes is going to do that.
What's he going to do?
I think that there are plenty of methods to obtaining a quarterback. I think there's a lot of disgruntled quarterbacks that are veterans that could be very solid here, better than Goff.
Okay, can I have I'm not trying to bust your balls, Anson. I like you. You call all the time. I'm not mad here. I'm just saying, can I get a name, please? Can you give me someone you're thinking of?
Okay, I can't right off the bat, but I can tell you that there's, somebody along the lines of a younger Matt Ryan, somebody that's ready to move town. And we've seen that Holmes is very capable of making moves beyond just the draft. I don't think that we can go for a quarterback. I think that's absolutely.
So Anson, ABG, anybody but Goff.
No, I'm actually okay with going with Goff. I would love to see a move. Love to see them bring in a veteran, but I absolutely don't think that you spend the draft pick because we've seen that when this team is together mentally, if we have a defense that can hold serve, a little bit of extra in the offense, in terms of experience and play calling for another year, I think that team actually can really compete, man. I know I'm crazy.
Right. Here's the deal. Anson, bottom line, this is what you've said to me because we're up against it. You're basically like, yo, bring me Jimmy Garoppolo. And I'm telling you, that ain't what I want. You saw Jimmy G against an elite team yesterday. It was a stark reminder. No disrespect to Rico. His team might make the Super Bowl. They ain't ever winning the Super Bowl. If you
So if
wanted
Buffalo puts him out, then maybe.
No. You're facing Kansas City or Buffalo,
Right,
which
I'm
means
saying-
Jimmy G turns into a pumpkin.
Maybe Buffalo thinks back to the 4 times they've lost. the
All
Super Bowl.
righty. The point we're
I-
making is
I-
if
I
you
got a
get the
dream,
number
man.
one pick, I know you do, and I respect it. If you have the number one pick, you take a quarterback. How does Dan Campbell survive that?
He doesn't.
So that's what I need from the patience parade.
And what, you going to go out and get Matt Ryan?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
No,